Okay, so here I am. Here is a very old piece of western red cedar found along the Fraser River. When I say first growth or old cedar, that means it's not, this tree hasn't been planted by humans. It's so old it's grown from just a seedling or something. And usually the first growth has really tight rings, so it's preferred cedar for me to carve western red cedar. Today's a good day. I don't know if I'm sounding any better on the microphone, but you guys can see this here. I got my new DJI wireless microphone system. A big thanks to two friends, Lance. What's your last name, Lance? Bridewell? Lance Bridewell and Brian Moore, the Midnight Shatter, sent me some PayPal money so I could buy a better microphone, and I finally got a good microphone. So thank you so much. And I never ask for anything on this channel, and that's not what this channel is about. But if anybody does feel like they want to give back, and I'm not asking, there's a new super thanks button below these videos somewhere where you can hit that super thanks and you can donate $1, I think up to $50. It's like it's muchly appreciated, but that's not asked for. So, but anyways, so what I got here is this big cedar log, like it's 5 feet tall, not 5, I'm almost 6 foot, so yeah, this is about 5 feet tall. It's 2.5 feet wide. I did have a video before this. There's a big crack right here, and it's not a crack, it's the bark goes into the wood like this, and it goes about to the middle of the log, but I don't know if we're gonna get to that today. So what I'm thinking about doing is carving, let me just double check to make sure that this microphone's working. Oh yeah, she's working. There's no noise reduction on this microphone, so you might still hear the traffic, which it drives me nuts when I'm doing editing, hearing the traffic. So I can get a little lavalier microphone and plug it. Let's see, can I? Yeah, I think I can plug it in here somewhere. Yeah, oh yeah, there's a plug in for it. So where's the magnet? This is on a magnet right now. And I got my heated vest turned on today. It's kind of cold. It's not freezing anymore, but it's still cold. I don't have my heater turned on because, well, anyways, it's not cold enough. And I got the tent open. So this is my big 500i. This is the biggest saw that I got. This saw was also bought a few years back, basically from the subscribers of the channel. I said I'm buying a big saw. I need a big saw. If anybody wants to chip in, and tons of people sent me PayPal. And this was like, came to $1,900. They chipped in $1,500 towards this saw. So I'm very grateful, and I don't ask for things because I don't need it. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do, oh, right here too is my chainsaw sharpener. I'm not gonna make a video using this. I hope it's in the camera, but this is how you can sharpen your chain. You can get one at Harbor Freight or cheap ones. This is an expensive one. I think it was 400 bucks. But yeah, there's lots of videos on YouTube how to use these if you don't know how to hand file or Dremel file. This is a good way to do it, and this is a true way to make your chain, every cutter, the perfect pitch and the perfect depth. Okay, so but I'm not going to film using this. I just use this for this bigger chain. I'm not too sure how sharp it is. This saw here is fuel injected, so there's no primer on it or anything. Like I said, this isn't noise reduction, so I'll have to probably not use this when I'm cutting. But so like I said, this log was found along the banks of the Fraser River, so it's a pretty sandy piece. There's lots of sand in here. So what I'm gonna have to do is skim the outside of the log with this saw. So sand makes your chains dull fast. That's why I brought the sharpener. But to use the sharpener, I got to take the whole chain off the bar and put it on there. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing a big eagle on this, well, a bigger eagle on this side up higher. And because, like I said, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this video, this big crack here. I'm going to cut it down here, cut this off, and then try and put an owl down here lower. So eagle, owl. And this, I'm not going to rush this piece. I'm kind of sick of doing smalls like little trees and things and things. Well, I found this piece of wood on the beach yesterday. It's a beautiful piece of red cedar. I might not even carve this today. I might just clean it up, then set this up and carve a wood spirit, because I need to get some more wood spirits carved for people in the spring. I haven't been selling much stuff at all lately. So anyways, let's get the oh, one more thing too. This is my metal detector. So, you know, like, you get a big log like this, this is like 40 bucks. You can get it on Amazon. It's in my Amazon store. You know, like, let's touch it to metal. So it's always good, because this could have been an old pylon or something like that or a log boom. It's too big for that, I can tell. This is just a piece of the tree. This tree was probably a lot bigger, because there's no center in the middle of this. But it's always good to scan your logs because it sucks when you hit a nail or a spike or something like that. So anyways, let me get this saw all tuned up, chain sharpened and tightened, and I'm going to start skimming this. And I suggested even in my Dremel videos, you know, like, always clean up the outside of the wood so you know what you got on the inside. So there's no surprises, no hidden cracks or anything, right? And this is going along a little bit too long, but I love this microphone. Thank you, Lance, and thank you, Brian Moore, the Midnight Shadow. All right, might be a little bit of a time lapse here. Okay, so we're gonna have some beautiful color in this piece of cedar. It seems pretty dry. There's a wet spot down there, but you know, it's a little rabbit hole. So look at this nice dark stripe down here. I'm running the camera. Is the flash on? Yeah, I'm running the camera with a flash right now, so you guys can see the back. So I'll show you that crack in a minute. These are just chainsaw cuts, but there's a crack that goes from the bark that goes here all the way to about here on the top. All right, so I don't know how far, I don't know if this crack, I don't know how I can explain this. I don't know if that crack goes this way and all of a sudden the piece will just separate, because I don't want it to separate. So let's see if we can see back here. So had all this stuff in here and I don't see the crack. That's chainsaw marks there. I don't see the crack because, let's see here. Let me get a pen. Where's that crack? Hold on. Okay, so there's the crack there. See it? Let's go, we'll continue down here. So I think we're pretty safe. Now, what I gotta do is I'm gonna pull out my favorite chainsaw, my 034. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the 034. I'm gonna cut along this crack straight through, down to about, well, down to about here. And then, because this is hard for me to explain, I got this template that me and my buddy Ben did when I carved my last eagle. This is from a projector, and it's just a template. Why can't I zoom out? Hold on a second here. Okay, sorry about that. So here's the template. You know, we just put the projector on it and traced out it. So this is the original shape of an eagle. So look at this. This eagle's going to go here. I'm going to trace this eagle on there. So that mark there, here. So I want to have free range. Where's my pen? Where's the mark here? I just got to look at that mark, look at that mark. So I think I'm going to cut all this, get rid of all this block. Straight down, cut. And then the owl, I'll just kind of make it look like it's, I'm not too sure if I'll separate it here. Anyways, I know I'm kind of just rambling, but let me get my 034 out and I'll do a time lapse of blocking that out. Okay, so here's my favorite saw out of all my saws. This is the older, it's almost turning into an antique, the 034. I just had it tuned up. I think it's got a 20-inch cannon bar on it. I think I'm going to tighten this chain a bit. The chain might not be that sharp, but what I want to do here is I'm going to film with this new microphone. I know it doesn't have noise reduction. I'm not going to do editing on it, and just let it run for 10 seconds to see if it crackles or kind of how it handles the chainsaw noise. Okay, so I'll figure out where to put the camera in. It's good to let your saws warm up, especially in the winter time. So I kind of want to talk and have the chainsaw running at the same time, like I said, to see how it handles. Well, I can see the volume on the thing is still black. Maybe we'll touch the Okay, so I don't see that crack here. Yeah, so I'm curious how that probably sounded awful. But where did I do that cut? Let's see if I cut that crack right out. Well, I just don't know. Maybe it was cracked at the cut. I just don't know. Anyways, now, owl, eagle. Now I'm going to trace that eagle on. See if I can make my eagle. Okay. Okay, so there's our eagle template outlined. Let's see if you can see better. No. So I know it kind of looks like a seagull right now, but Pretend this is my chainsaw bar, and I learned this from Ryan Cook. You know, now I'm gonna keep running my 034 and pretend this is my chainsaw bar, and now I'm gonna go on the outside of this line. All right, but one thing I have to make sure I do on this is keep it true to the line, Ryan says. Guys, if you want to follow a professional chainsaw carver, he's got a YouTube channel, Ryan Cook Carving. So true to the line means 100% square. So it's square cut all the way through, right? Don't cut it like this, Jordy. Don't cut it like that. Cut it square all the way through. Okay? And I'm going to really take my time. And also, when I get lower here, let's just put for safety reasons, that I don't cut into the owl too much, let's put a line across here, and that will be our safety mark where you got to watch. I got to look over here and make sure my bar doesn't cut into this. Thanks for the coffee, Robin. You know, I really like this set. It comes with 2 microphones, and I got the little adapter for an iPhone. Same thing like this for your Samsung, because I use Samsung, so I like it. I want to take a quick second talk about your chainsaws for the very beginning chainsaw carvers. Here's a Still 170. The most important part for me is, well, safety gear first of all, but keeping your chains sharp. You know, if you're carving with a dull chain, you're going to have a tough time. It's hard on the chain, it's hard on the bar, it's hard on the saw, and it's hard on you. If you have a sharp chain, nothing's hard on anything. Let the chain do the work. So I sharpen my chains with the Dremel, with a diamond tip burr there. I got some videos on it, I think. I don't know, but I don't really like to show too many videos of sharpening chains, because that's not the professional way to sharpen your chain, is to get a file and sharpen it with a file. There's tons of professional carvers or wood cutters or loggers that have videos on YouTube how to sharpen your chainsaws. So the sooner that you learn to sharpen your chain good, the better that you're going to get. That's all for now for that. And that's just my opinion. Now, so kind of got the shape of the eagle there. Eagles aren't these big, thick creatures. You can make them, but, you know, and another thing I want to say too, this carving is, I'm going off this template. I did it when Ben was here with him, but it's a learning process for me. I know how to shape eagles myself. I know how to shape the bodies and stuff like that. So this is 100% learning curve, okay? That's why I have that weird cut down there. Now, the thing here's what I'm talking about, true to the lines. There's a bad cut Johnson right there, but I think we'll be able to figure that out, work it out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to round everything off. I'm going to leave the head for last because, well, I should do that first, but that's what I struggle with the most, is the heads, to make them not look like dinosaur heads. But I got the template, I'll put it back on, I'll mark it. So, like, if you'll, let's see here, see how this wing sloped out like this? Okay, so it could be sitting on a rock bed down here, right? This could be rocks or whatever you want it to be. And its wing could be sloping out. It doesn't slope out on this side. I'll show you here. See, this one just goes straight. See how I kind of try and curve it in? This one goes straight. I did start getting, here's some of that rot right here. Okay, or those chainsaw cuts. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, that's rot right here. So now what I'm going to run, so I think I'm going to, just for our artistic thing, I'm going to leave this wing sloped out there, and this one's going to be straight, tucked, because he's on a rock cliff. This cliff's straight, this one bows out. Who cares? You know, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to round everything off the way I know how to round things off. Then, once I get everything rounded, so I think it's like close enough to an eagle shape for me, then I'll draw the feathers on, the wings. And another thing too, my wings I've done before, I've made them really thick. I don't think the wings need to be that thick. I'm going to try and do thicker off the piece itself. I'm going to try and make my wings tighter to the carving this time. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to film. I'm just going to run around and round it off. Try and make both sides best equal as I can, besides that flaring wing down there. It's okay. It's art. It's an old experiment. Okay, so today's video shout out's going to be from Matt Carpenter from Loveland, Ohio. And here's a picture of some of his Christmas trees that he did, and I think it's a wolf. Well, it's a wolf. So this template, now, this is my first time solo carving from a template, okay? So I'm not used to it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this head anymore for the template, because I've kind of made the boat. Well, let's see here. Let me give you a better full visual. So, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's pretty well on point, I think. Boom. Let's see. I'm stretching. Boom. Oh yeah, Matt, you can send me the check in the mail for giving you a shout out. I blew up my favorite saw, my 034. Well, I didn't blow it up, but the bar mount came out again. I just had it fixed, and I tightened my chainsaws. I tightened them too much. So send the check in the mail. Jordy needs a new saw. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so here's what we got. Oh no, there's that glare. I gotta wipe my phone. Okay, it's gone. It's there a little bit, but it's pretty well gone. Let's see. Anyways, who cares? So I like movement, so I put some movement in this piece. Did some nice cuts. I was just having fun. You know, when I sit down in my chair, have my coffee, and I look at this, I kind of see a face there and an arm swooshing back. Oh yeah, I also blocked out the owl. The owl I blocked out 3 times as fast as I've blocked out this eagle. Well, because I've done lots of blocking out lots of owls now. I got rid of all the rot in the wood. All right. So we'll talk about that eagle. Look at it. It looks like it looks like one of my old eagles right now. Here's his eye. A dinosaur eagle right there. So let's just show you the owl. I'm done for the day, by the way. I got the tail in the back. So what I've done, a little mistake, but it doesn't have to be a mistake. I did cut these wings a little bit thin, like they should be bulked out a bit more. You know, but eagles are kind of skinny things. So I took a picture of this, and I'm going to study it and see how I want to do the head. Stephen Kenzora, we have a chainsaw carving group on Facebook for any of you new chainsaw carvers. Stephen Kenzora is a professional chainsaw carver, and him and his buddy Levi do awesome eagles. And I might message Steve tonight, show him some pictures and see what he can suggest, because I'm not going to lie, I struggle with eagle heads. So you can see it's a little bit thin. It's okay. Because I could, you know, the eagle head's so much smaller compared to the boat. Let me find a picture, and I'm going to post it right now. So you can look at the eagle head and how much smaller it is compared to the body. See, that's where I struggle with. My eagle heads are always too big. I need to make my eagle head smaller. See that? See how bigger the head is than the eagle? I'll show you a couple pictures there. So I need to make the head smaller. So if I can make this head smaller, maybe like take some more off here, and I'll ask Steve, take some more off here and here. Maybe I'll ask him to watch this video and he can give me some tips. Take some off the head here, make it thinner here and in here. Then I could make these, cut the wings in. Whatever, Jordy, shut up. That's it for today. I've had enough. I asked the guys doing the renovation, I said, when are you going to be done my bedroom today? Because they're painting the trim board. And they said, well, probably later this afternoon. I said, can you get it done this morning? Because I want to go home and rest with my cat. They just laughed. I said, yeah, I'm a lonely old man with a cat. So that's it, everybody. Put movement in your pieces. Have fun. Keep your chainsaws sharp. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this 034. I just paid good money to get it all tuned up, serviced. and the bar mount came out again. This is my favorite saw. I don't know, maybe it's time to retire it and buy a new saw. Thinking about an Echo. I might talk to Ryan Cook about that. Cart, let me stand beside this. Also, you can see it's a, I did my typical old school, it's like a crouching, so here's his knees up here, so he's kind of crouching there. Brian Moore and Lance, thank you so much for the microphone. I love it. And anybody, once again, if you feel like you want to give back to the channel, there's that super, I think it's, what's it called? Super thanks or something down below. Doesn't matter to me. I just appreciate you being here, supporting me by watching these videos. This thing is still heavy, but it's a lot lighter. This cedar is the wettest cedar I've ever carved. Like right here, I could get the sawdust, squeeze it and see water coming out of it. But this is going to be, and this part here, I think I'm just going to sand it. I'm going to have to put this piece aside and let it dry out a bit, I think. But I got to make sure Steve sees this video, I hope, and he can give me some good pointers with this head, because I think this eagle head will make the whole piece. And I might have some extra little carving fusion surprises to put on this piece. I'm not too sure yet, but this is going to be sanded real nice. I just might keep it clean, and in the summertime put a nice clear coat on it. Get these colors to really pop, because there's so many different colors in here, the darks and the lights and the darks. Got some blacks here. That's it. I'm rambling. Hope you're all good. So this video, what day is today? Today is Wednesday. So this video will be out. I got a beach combing video to come out maybe tomorrow or next day. This video will be out this weekend. Happy weekend, everybody. Thanks again for the microphone. I freaking love it. It makes my life a lot easier. Hope it works good. Gotta go home and edit now.